wondering about who's with you. Turn the want you off whenever I want to. If I didn't love you, if I didn't love
you. Victoria, Renee, and Samir, Moussa, what's up, everyone? Happy to be back. Happy to be alive. What can I tell you? You know.
Yeah, what's going on with you? It's been a week, huh?
It's been a whirlwind. We got some projects going on in the studio. I know you and I are talking about getting other songs out there.
Yes.
Which is kind of cool. I'm excited about that. Beyond that, out here, you know, just hustling the studio life, getting things, you know, programs, projects launched and managed. And, you know, I find myself playing a lot of piano these days, which has been kind of cool. You know, I'm like all over the map musically. Like I really am. Like you know, you've hung out with me long enough to know that I like to pick them all up and I like to play them all. And it's like, you know, where am I, you know? So, but anyway, I find myself really kind of tickling the keys these days, and it's been pretty nice, you know.
Tickling the keys, that's hilarious. Never heard that.
And yeah, how about yourself? What's been going on with you?
Me? Well, good. Just been doing
in LA, right? I mean, LA.
Yeah.
Let's catch up. What's going on the ground in LA? How are these fires happening?
Really good. I mean, okay, I think there was another fire that started up last week. I think we're good. We have rain this weekend, so that was good. I think that's going to help with that whole situation. I've been really good. We're starting back up the project that we had to pause before that I was telling you about. I'm really excited because we got funding for that. So here we go. Putting it up, baby.
So Victoria doesn't just sing; she's also an actress. So this is for a movie, right?
Yeah.
Good.
It's a musical that's turning into a movie, and it's an original, and I got cast as the lead, so I'm super stoked.
No way. Did you? That's great. And it's a big budget too. That's awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm like, wait. I don't think I even processed that until right now when I just told you, because it just happened this weekend.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of been slowly unfolding for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't tell you that they want to do a movie adaptation to it.
No. That's great. Are you able to, when you're able to tell us, because we do these lives every week, you can give us more information. But congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you. Yeah. Just been really grateful lately. Just been, doing, gratitude journaling every morning, and it's just really bringing magic into my life. And I'm so just excited. Like my fires are just lit right now.
I love that. And I also stoke the fire of the gratitude in the morning, but my relationship with the pen isn't what it used to be. I used to really write a lot more anyway. And I do really believe in the power of it. Like, and maybe you can inspire me to pick it back up and keep the journals going. Cause I have from back in my early days, volumes of journaling, but it kind of went quiet. I'm not gonna lie, I went kind of quiet with it a little while ago. I'm talking a couple of years, but but still my morning meditation is like sacred time. Nobody, my coffee's my tea, whatever it is, and I'm just going, and it really does elevate the vibe. Isn't it incredible? Like I found it extremely effective, viscerally effective. I can wake up with a funk, and then just start my day right, and then 30 minutes later, I'm I'm ready for the world. I'm, and I'm feeling good about it.
Could not agree more. I mean, it's profound what happens when you it's what it is. That saying where when you change what's on the inside, the outside changes.
Oh yeah, I'm hearing that a lot these days. Yep.
Yeah, that's what this does. And if you don't have time to write it, if you can just spend as much time as you can feeling what you're grateful for and just feeling your vibration raising. It's a game changer. It really is.
Time, and almost some would say the key to the game.
Oh no, it's 100%. It's the key. It's the key to so many things. I just feel like when I do that, I start seeing more things to be grateful for.
Mm-hmm.
showing up in my life, just out of nowhere, this, big thing that I've been wanting forever comes in, or this thing that I put out is, went viral or whatever, whatever it is, it's just opportunities start coming out of the woodworks that I just was not expecting. And it's amazing. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's Newton's law, it's E equals MC squared, it's the law of attraction. It's just what you put out, you get back. It's in the Bible, know.
Sure, bring it on, man. Law of least resistance. Yeah, it goes on. I love it. Yeah, and it means law. And that's the thing. It's like getting, hearing it and understanding the idea is one thing, absorbing it and living with it as law. Then you're all of a sudden like, then it's like the illusionary game, because you have to kind of live in the feeling, not in your environment. And like that can throw a lot of people off. That can be the biggest challenge, right? Where you're like, well, to live like it's done before it's done. But that's the trick. And y'all heard it here, not first, but y'all are hearing it here, like
100%. Yeah, just feeling it. Like how many times has that worked for you in your life? You just I hear it, I'm like, I know that's gonna work. And then it just, it does.
Yeah. No, I mean, absolutely.
You just have to line up. You have to line up. If you're not lined up with if you don't like become the person that you need to be to walk through that door, then it won't work. You have to line up first, right? If it's a reflection, it's a mirror. Don't be mad if you're frowning and the mirror is showing a frown. You're getting that back.
You
gotta smile first, and then the reflection will also smile.
Yeah. I know, you're so right. And it's always like, I'm always very happy when we connect and we speak, because you say these things that are so right on, and I just so and it's so nice to hear somebody else say it. You know what I mean? Like you really reflect me those thoughts that are like my guiding, and or in the water, and it's just nice when I hear you kind of reflect it back. So no surprise that we've been working. So I wanted to talk a little bit about even like how we found ourselves working together. I mean, it's been in years. It's been great. So much fun, and so unexpected and out of the blue,
I know. It's so crazy. I think about that a lot, actually. That was one of those moments that was just a guided moment. It was just, I never would have done that. I don't first of all, I have a tendency to be, a homebody, or I like, and I'm a person of routine and habit. I think we all are a little bit. And I just don't know why. I just felt led to reply to that email that I would never normally reply to, because it was a mass email. And then I felt led to go to that thing by myself, which I would never do.
And
I just did, because I just felt called to do it. And then, lo and behold, I meet somebody who changes my, everything. Like we've been doing this now for a lot. It was an important thing to do. And it was just being led to do it, and then following that, your intuition, just following that little thing in you that says, go do this.
Right, because it feels good, and lit us both up. And it's a mutual thing. So for people coming in and maybe hearing our story for the first time, we met at an event years ago, and we live on different coasts, but we're both in the industry, and I also ended up at this event haphazardly, if you will, because this was like during something that happened, and like events got rescheduled, and so the event that I attended, I wasn't supposed to be there. Like it was also very random that I ended up going, and I had only found out a few days before that this event was going on, because because this was like when the Grammys had gotten bumped out, and I wasn't going to LA for the Grammys. I was going to LA for the Oscars. So I had all my ducks lined up for like Oscar events. But then I got invited to a dinner in DC, and they're like, oh yeah, but now that everything is pushed back 2 weeks, come to this event. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'll go. And anyway, so we met and kept on going, and it's been great musical chemistry all the way, and it's a lot of fun. And so maybe let's tickle the memory on where we've been, so we can talk about where we are and where we're going. Like, you want to, I mean, besides that memory, what about some other kind of like fun memories that you can kind of bring people in from what our projects together?
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the things that I actually put on my gratitude list today was that I'm just so grateful one that we met, but also that, you know, it's almost an accountability thing, and then staying in touch and staying up to date, and then being able to just do remote sessions where like we are able to do these covers and original songs that we're putting out that I can do from here and you can do from Washington. And we have this unbelievable producer that we get to work with, and it just has taught me so much. And you know, I record my vocals and then I can send them to you guys, and then magic happens, you know?
Magic. And for right out the gate, because you know, when we first started to do this, you know, I had kind of put singing on the back burner for a minute because I had like business to take care of, like quite literally, like, you know, so like, and it wasn't performing, you know, and I had written my songs, I had done these things, I just wasn't actively singing. So when we kind of, you know, said, hey, we just let ideas run our day. I mean, it's a long way to say that, you know, you also brought the best out of me, you know, like to get me, totally, to get me singing again and to see and then to be surprised as to how, you know, great we sounded together, you know, and how much fun we were having throughout it all was like, just a win-win-win. And that's, you know, the older I get, the more important that is, you know, to hit that bullseye is what it's about. So
that's so awesome. You know, another one of my favorite memories was when we got to do a session with what's his name from Kool and the Gang?
Oh yeah, Sir Earl Toon. Earl Toon, yeah.
That was awesome. That guy, I mean, it's practically illegal not to play his music at a wedding.
Yeah, absolutely. So Kool and the Gang is the celebration, y'all. You know, celebrate good times.
Celebration, you know.
Co-wrote that song, and that was incredible because and that was like, there's just, you know, there's another thing for anybody who's listening and trying to wonder how to get into the industry or what to do once you're in it, and like, you know, how to survive out here. One of them is like, if you're not networking, you're not working. And that's real, because like I was at some gala event, you know, and hanging out with this guy who I had worked with him on a film. So like we were celebrating a project at this Oscar gala, and they were treating him like he stole the show, dude. This guy, because it's Sir Earl Toon, like he wrote Celebration. So like he closed it out. He had the whole place on fire. Like, and this was a big event. I mean, there were like costumes like you hadn't seen, and like they were celebrating all kinds of people, but he was like just an icon amongst icons in our environment. And I was like having a pitch me moment, because like I was with him, like, you know, we were representing a project together. So it was like, see, it's like one of those moments, you know, when I wanted to mention this earlier, and my mind goes 1,000 miles a minute, but as we're talking about gratitude, like, and seeing how things kind of unfold from that place, it's also important to take time to like stop and see where you're at, you know, like appreciate how far you've come, because, you know, I'm always striving to like, you know, I'm like nowhere compared to where I want to be, you know, but then I have a moment where I'm like, wait a second, who was I and where am I now? Like, oh, you know, actually, I would have been pretty happy as a kid to know that I got to where I'm at, you know, but still, like, those are the few moments. Most of the moments I'm like thirsty and hungry to do the expansion thing, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's like a line, right? Like you want to expand, and you have these, you know, expectations of what you can be, and you want to put the best out of yourself and live your biggest, fullest life, and be grateful for everything that you have done. There's like that, and not living too far in the future so that you're not present where you are, right? And just, I think that the key between walking that line is gratitude, is like taking the time to be, you know, reflective and being like, oh, this is how I've gotten here, you know, like actually go back to, you know, the child version of you and be like, you did this, you're going to do this, you've done that. Like because we're in those moments and it was cool, we recognize it, but we don't always embody how cool the things that we've done are, right? You know, and so it's so important to like stop and reflect at how far we've come from where we're going.
And I love that you bring him up, because he's a perfect example of like where even now where I'm reflecting back on that night that led us to the studio with him the next night, you know, at ridiculous studio in Malibu, like, oh my gosh, like what? you know, I'm having again, like, wait a second, Samir, like, yo, that was epic, you know, and
We
it's
got to watch this dude do his thing. Like we watched him write a great song again, you know.
yeah, an
We just
incredible hook. And we had a nice, great meal with him before, and like, yeah, it was wonderful. Yeah, that was a great one. So yeah, Cool in the Gang. That was so we did a song called what's it called? It was for a Christmas movie, and it's a beautiful song too. And we produced it at the studio, and yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then we got to ride that tail into the studio with him, and yeah, and I wish I was going to this event again. I'm sure he's going to be there. I'm not dialed up to go to LA this moment because I just feel like I just came back from there. But
yeah, true. That's
so then moving on, Victoria, what's your biggest influence now? Like who's influencing you now? You know, be it I guess, you know, and I'll preface it again that you're like an actress, you know, musician, model. You got a lot of different directions going on. So like I'm gonna guess acting, but like maybe not. Like what's your influence right now in your music career, maybe because we're
music. Yeah. Well, so I just got so my friend Ryan started a band, and he's a fantastic songwriter and vocalist too. And so I did a song with him. I have on vocals, and it just got a big placement in a commercial. So I'm super stoked on that.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah. I'm super proud of him because he's just like, this guy just, when he decides to do something, he just does it. Like, I've never seen anything like it. He's like, I'm going to do music. And then he's like, the song wasn't even done. Like, we just finished the vocals like 2 days ago. He got the placement before the song was even finished. Who does that? It's amazing. I'm telling you, magic. There's magic in the air.
Wow, totally. And that's something I love about LA. You know, like, you know, LA a lot of people, there's like everybody's putting in their own magic into it, you know, and so like, if you get into the right circle, it's a good magic, you know, and like, and that can just kind of like, you can taste it, and to see things like that happen. I mean, who gets a placement before the song is done? You know,
unbelievable. Like, and you know what he was doing? Gratitude journaling. He was.
Yo, it's real.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's exciting. All right, cool. So then what
you appreciates.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
No, and it's such a game. I mean, because, you know, look, as creatives, it's already such a vulnerable situation. You know, you're out there, you're up against a lot. You know, you're putting your own voice out against just constant, you know, people like it, don't like it. Is, you know, it's like it's hard, you know, to stay in a place of satisfaction when you're, you know, at your success hinges on other people's, you know, reception of what you're putting out there, right? So, you know, to keep it grounded, you know, remind yourself that, you know, how you feel is the most important, and just like know what that is and what you are, you know.
I'm really glad you said that. I'm really glad you said that because, whoa, that crazy hair. Because it's like, it is really important because we have to put ourselves out as part of our job, you know.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not it's your why. Your why is important. Why are you doing this? I can't not do it. That's why.
Yeah, that's true.
I have to do it. I need this, like I need air to breathe. And I'm not doing it because I want other people to think I'm like perceive me a certain way. I'm doing this because I love doing it.
Yeah,
and if you do that and like can learn how to, you know, put things out regardless of without any real regard to how, you know, expectations of like, if this doesn't get views, if this doesn't, you know, it's important to not need that.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you need that, it puts a different energy into it, you know. It kind of makes it feel sometimes like you're doing something because, you know, you're trying to get a reaction, or it ends up not being the most authentic version of you because you're behaving in a way that you think other people want you to behave. Don't give them something that you think that they want to see just because, you know, it's important to like be the most authentic version of you because you do you better than anybody else, and that is what your superpower is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got to know that person, you know, first,
100%.
and then be able to do that, you know, and then like I had fun filming this. I had fun. We have to put things on social media. It's like if I had fun filming this, then that's enough for me.
Yeah.
That's enough for me. And the people who get you will get you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they'll get you for you, not
Right.
for who a trend or who they think you're supposed to be or what perception of yourself that you're putting out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's, I think, the trick there is, I don't know if everybody knows who they are, really.
Right. Yeah. And, you know, and then it goes in. Yeah, absolutely. And they're prioritizing that journey and adventure first.
Yeah.
You know, like going on that creative endeavor, figuring that stuff out. And, you know, and I mean, and those ahead of us, you know, with good wisdom will point us to like, you'll figure that out first. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise you're just going off in circles. I mean, just once you figure that out, then you can enjoy everything that comes your way, and it'll line up with why you're here. Because like you say so many things so right on. Like there's only you, and you're here to do it in your way. And so like figure out what that is and then go do it. Right.
Yeah.
And then it'll attract the people that are attracted to you, and go to the people that do light up when they see you, and just kind of create the energy together.
Totally, 100%. And those are the people that you want anyway, right? That's the fan base that you want to have, people who get you. You not like the perfectly imperfect version of you, you know?
No, absolutely. And through. And then, you know, you find that's where, I mean, it's what life is really at, you know. It's like, because you're having like real exchanges, you know. It's like when you're playing a show and you hit those right moments and the people light up with you, it's like, that's it. You know what I mean? That synergy is real when it's authentic. And then like, that's what everybody's in it for. You know, they want to see that, you know. That's why we put ourselves out there, because we want to, you know, immerse, be in that. And and I'm grateful that, you know, since we got started, it's been only that, you know, it's just been good vibes the whole way through. And so like,
you gotta keep those people close too, you know, like that's not the case for all people. So
absolutely. And one is worth gold, you know, like, you know, so like, well, I mean, let's play a song, Victoria. What video should I put on for everybody? Anybody?
Okay, what do you have on deck?
Sammy saying that, you know, just loving on us, and we're loving on them.
Oh, hey, Sammy.
Good to see y'all.
Oh, hey there.
What do I have on deck? I have a few. I have the Don't Give Up, Whiskey Lullaby. That's a heavy hit. I can't do that one. That's a heavy hit. How about, you know what? I like the which one is this one? What's it called? I'm just I Need You Now. I like that one.
I like Need You Now. It's funny, I was thinking that today.
Okay, awesome. Let's give them a song and we'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Picture perfect memories scattered all around the floor. Reaching for the phone, 'cause I can't fight it anymore. Oh no. And I wonder if I ever cross your mind. For me it happens all the time. It's 1:15, I'm all alone and I need you now. Said I wouldn't call, but I lost all control and I need you now. And I don't know how I can do just need you now. Another shot of whiskey, can't stop looking at the door. Wishing you'd come sweeping in the way you did before. And I wonder if I ever cross your mind. For me it happens all the time. It's 1:15. I'm a little drunk and I need you now. Said I wouldn't call, but I lost all control and I need you now. And I don't know how I can do without. I just need you now. Whoa, whoa. Guess I'd rather hurt than feel nothing at all. It's 1:15. I'm all alone and I need you now. And I said I wouldn't call, but I'm a little drunk and I need you now. And I don't know how I can do without. I just need you now. I just need you now. Oh, baby, I need you now. I need you now. Oh, baby, I need you now. Yay!
Oh, that was a fun one.
Classic.
Really, yeah, I gotta say that was. I love getting the vibe of that song. Was just like, oh, that makes me want to jump back in the studio right now into the
Me
booth.
too.
Like,
I can't wait.
Yeah. So I guess we have been, I know you got somewhere to go, so we'll make it quick. We'll jump into a game. We'll do some this or that with you, which is always fun.
I love those.
People jump in, let us know what you feel. And then I do want to tease that we got a couple of songs that we're working on right now. At least we're talking about putting this other cover out, getting that going. I don't know how that's going, but I've already put work into that one.
I'm learning. I had to get in the studio this week to finish that song for the commercial. And now I'm learning it and I'll record it this week for you.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So then we'll talk more about that. And then we got an original coming out. So we're in the works and excited to get those moving.
Sick.
Yeah, totally. Right. So then I got some questions. Here we go. And you guys can answer this too. But I guess this one really does pertain to us real quick. So Victoria, would you rather write a hit song in 10 minutes or record it in one take?
Write a hit song in 10 minutes.
Oh yeah?
I'll get the take eventually,
Yeah, true that.
Right?
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I don't know. It's recording is always like an interesting situation because I have so much fun with it, and then when it's done, I want to just do it again. I just want to keep on singing it. I want to keep on recording it because it feels so good. And when it's over, it's kind of like that was fast, So I'm probably with you. Just write it in 10 minutes and then enjoy recording it.
Yeah, you want to milk the process. It's fun,
And then I guess this one kind of depends on the mood. But would you rather perform for 100 fans in the intimate setting, or the 10,000 in an arena?
10,000 in an arena.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I mean, There's
it's incredible.
there's something to be said about having people, appreciating the work that you do.
Yeah.
I like I said earlier, I would do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But
right.
Having people, it just kind of lines up. Like if that's happening, then you're in alignment, which is what the goal is, right?
Yeah.
Being able to have people and like experience that with you.
Yeah, no, that's some of the best. I mean, because I had, my heyday of doing a lot of performances could still be in front of me, but like was before. And I did have great, experiences of playing to some really large crowds, and like just the faces, the engagement, like the sing-alongs, like just the life oozing out of those experiences, just like, I mean, it's just incredible,
Honestly, it just having those people, having the connection with that many people where you can like, you guys are all vibing, having literally the same vibration. Like everybody's vibration is like elevating together, that's so powerful.
Yeah. So then I guess, let's see, let's see what, Singing in the Rain or Under the Stars?
Under the Stars.
Rock ballads or pop anthems?
Pop anthems.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. It's interesting because I really come from the rock ballad world. Like, back in the day, it was like those 8-minute jams were where it was at. Like, like the longer the song, the cooler it was for me, like that's where I come from. Nowadays, it's like 30 seconds and we're out, like if you can even hold on for 30 seconds.
That's true.
Yeah. And and then journaling ideas or voice memo brainstorming. I know your answer. I just see that one pop out. It's gotta be
journaling ideas or voice memo brainstorming.
Yeah.
That one's hard for me actually, because I'm definitely an auditory processor. Like if I say it, it helps me.
Yeah.
But I don't know if if I do a voice memo, unless it's melody stuff, sometimes I'll do voice memos and not go back and listen to, I don't know, or like not be able to find the part, or I don't know. That's hard. I would say, yeah, probably voice memos.
Yeah, I'm a voice memos guy. I've got hundreds of them, and like, and that was the best when when I was back, totally young and free, and I was kind of jet setting. Like, there was a guitar on my back and a voice memo recorder, and I would just like, and looking back, like, some of my greatest songs have come back from just like, I can't sleep, so I wake up and I just go through a memo, and I found like, oh my God, this is it. I got to jump into and get this one going. And it ended up becoming like, that's how Dance with Destiny came out, which was like, one of my bigger songs. And like that came from like a 3 a.m, just wake up, go back, listen to something, found it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. And then I started to move on it. And then all these years later, ended up kind of really rising up to the surface. And I know, and I'm a melody kind of guy, like, I'm a daydreamer, and so I catch them all the time. And I just like throw them into these, I swear, like if I could, one of my goals is to be able to like record all of these ideas, because they're cool ass ideas. I really love them. But it takes 10 to 12 production hours to get one song out, and when when I'm sitting on like hundreds of ideas that like are all exciting, that's a lot of time.
It is. When you say production hours, you mean production after you record?
Like the recording part. So like, recording the songs and then recording the vocals, doing, putting it all to tape and then mixing it, like and having it sound like great. Like
100%.
It's like, for it to come out on fire, it takes a good 10 hours with a fire producer.
Yeah, you're right.
To get it finished, ready for 100%. Not look back and be like, this is it, we got it. So,
100%. 100%.
I love the voice memo brainstorming. I've got, my phone is full of them, and I've got catalogs of them.
Especially for melodies. I don't know how people were doing this before. I'm so grateful that we have voice memos that we can just like, because you'll forget it. you know?
The best advice I got when the first time I got signed in California back in the day, like right away, the engineer goes to me, like it wasn't even the producer, this other engineer guy goes, now your job is record every idea, just record everything.
All of it.
That's your job now.
So smart.
So yeah, and I was like, because you're right about it. Like if you're not capturing it, it'll come and it'll go. Even if you feel like you're on fire with it, sometimes like
you might get something else in your head
a little bit, and it wasn't that moment that was like it, and then you kind of like you can get close to it, but sometimes it is where it's at, and so like capturing it is keep it recording.
You're right.
Well, Victoria, good to see you. I know you got to go. You got things going on. We'll be back next week.
Yeah.
Any last wishes you want to share with anyone?
I mean, I'm just so grateful for this and for the time that we've had together, and for, I always feel so lit up after these, just the wisdom drops, the games, reconnecting with our people, and I'm stoked for next week.
Yeah, well, congratulations on the commercial. Congratulations getting on the acting gig, and and I can't wait to hear your cuts on our next tracks.
I can't wait either. Good to see you, Samir. I'll see you guys next time.
All right, see you soon. Yep.
Bye.
All right, bye, guys.